It began like any ordinary Friday night. I'd been counting down to this evening for weeks, a simple hangout with close friends, good food, and the kind of laughter that kicked the weekend off right. My girlfriend, Emma, had been just as excited, insisting on helping me plan everything. I thought it was sweet of her, almost charming, how invested she was. I had no idea she was setting the stage for a night that would make me question everything I thought I knew about her. Emma wanted to handle the guest list herself. "Trust me," she said with that playful grin of hers. "I'll make sure it's perfect." I didn't think twice. This was Emma, the woman I pictured a future with. People started arriving, and I welcomed each one with a grateful heart. I felt lucky. Then the doorbell rang again, and my entire world shifted. When I opened the door, I froze. Mark. Tall, confident, unmistakable. I'd seen him in the old photos Emma had tucked away, her ex-boyfriend, the one she promised was nothing but a distant memory. My stomach dropped, but I forced a polite smile. Maybe he was someone's plus one. Maybe Emma didn't know he'd show up. But when she saw him, her whole face lit up, in a way it hadn't for me in a long time. "Mark, you came," she said, throwing her arms around him. The hug lingered too long. Something in me cracked. "Oh, this is Mark," she said lightly. "Just an old friend." Old friend.
Right.
I clenched my teeth, but said nothing. I wasn't going to cause a scene in my own house. I tried to enjoy the evening, to laugh with my friends, but no matter where I moved, my eyes kept landing on the same sight. Emma and Mark stuck to each other like magnets, whispering, laughing, standing far too close. Even my friends noticed, exchanging silent glances of concern. But the breaking point came in the kitchen. I walked in to grab more snacks and stopped cold. Emma and Mark were standing so close their foreheads could have touched. At first, it looked like an intimate conversation, then she leaned in. Their lips met. For a moment, my entire body went numb. My mind scrambled for an explanation. Anything but the truth hit like a punch to the gut. They were kissing. In my kitchen. In my home. At a party I hosted. Heat surged through me, sharp and uncontrollable. "What the hell is this?" I shouted. They jerked apart instantly. Guilt smeared across their faces. Emma tried to stammer out something, anything. "I can explain." "Explain?" I snapped. "You invited him here. Lied to me. And now this." Mark opened his mouth, but one look from me shut him up. "Get out," I ordered, pointing toward the door.
Now.
He mumbled something close to an apology and rushed out. Emma didn't move. Tears filled her eyes, spilling as she tried to reach for me. "It was a mistake," she cried. "I didn't mean for anything to happen." "You didn't mean it?" I said, my voice shaking with disbelief. "You brought your ex into my house, kissed him under my roof, and thought I wouldn't notice. Pack your things and leave." By now, my friends had gathered behind me, their faces full of shock and support. Emma finally grabbed her purse and walked out, sobbing. The sound of the door slamming behind her felt like the ending of a chapter one never expected to close. When the silence settled, the emotions hit all at once. Anger, heartbreak, a sense of betrayal so sharp it made my chest ache. But my friends surrounded me, grounding me. They reminded me of my worth, told me I deserved someone who actually chose me, respected me, valued me. The days that followed were filled with messages from Emma. Apologies, pleas, endless promises to do better, to fix everything. But some things can't be fixed. Trust, once shattered, rarely comes back. Throwing her out that night was painful, but it was also one of the most powerful decisions I've ever made. It reminded me that love isn't just about feelings. It's about loyalty, respect, integrity. She broke all of them, and I refused to stay and scrape up the pieces. Now, when I think back on that night, there's still a sting, but there's also pride. I didn't let myself be treated like an option. I walked away with self-respect intact. Sometimes, leaving isn't just the best choice. It's the only one. And that night, I chose myself.